Alrighty guys, this is Snugs on Blitz, and I'm back with another video for you today. So previously I made a video called Do You Speak Blitz? And in that, in part 1, I talk about Pramo or gold shells. But a lot of newer players are hesitant to use gold shells because they're expensive, and I get it. But there are times when you should use gold shells, and I think this game illustrates just that. Now, I've entitled this In Good Hands. Now, why have I done that? Because I've looked at the teams, and we've got an interesting lineup. Both teams do. Both Plats are very strong. On their team, they've got a UQ player, so he's about 65 to 70%. But we have a Risk player. And a Risk player, well, if you're not familiar, Risk were the Asian champions this year and last year or something like that. So he's not going to play with a dummy. Now, one of them, I think his buddy is in the Object 140, so he's gone mid, which is great. And I'm going to play the role of a medium then. I was going to go there, but since he took that spot, I don't think we need two tanks there. We can bump into each other. So I'm going to go on the outside here and see if I can find their T62. So here we go. Now here he is. First shot, because I can hit his hull, that was an easy shot. But now he's backed on up, and look how red that turret is. But if I shift to gold shells, hen. You see? I don't think you should spam gold shells, but in this situation, what can I do? I've got no shots. He's hull down against me. Now, once he's moved out of that position, I can shift back to normal shells if I so choose. The thing is, a lot of newer players will refrain from using gold shells because of the price. I get it. But remember, you don't have to use gold for gold shells. You can use silver, which is what I highly recommend you do. The thing is, with a gold shell, or Pramo, you have a higher chance of being able to pen your enemy, but your damage will be lower. But if you use normal shells, you'll be able to do more damage, but have less chance of penetrating them, which means you'll bounce more. Essentially, you want to determine when you should use gold shells and when you shouldn't. I'm not a big gold shell spammer. In fact, I think they kind of ruin the game a little bit because you're supposed to be a hull down tank, and yet, they can just shred right through you. I think it's a little bit unfair sometimes, but they're part of the game. So to ignore that is just silly. Now I bounced that shot, and he bounced. I bounced 2 shots. I mean, the E5 hull down is still a great tank. It's not impervious, but it is a very strong tank. And as you can see, well, this game is pretty much all over now. What is it, 7-2? Yeah, we've obliterated them. I knew I had 2 good players on my team, and they were in good positions, so I was able to go to this side and take on the med by myself. You have to adjust your playstyle based on your team sometimes. You know you want to go to certain positions, but if another tank's there, it's not wise for you to maybe both be in the same position. So, yeah, anyway, as you can see, I blocked 2,800 damage, and I was able to do a decent amount of damage, but I got rid of the T62 for our team. And look at that. Lo and behold, our Object 140 obliterated them. And his buddy, well, he's in a 183, so sometimes they do great, sometimes not so great. But he did okay. But good work, Minotaur, too, and he's a good player as well. So I was in good hands that game. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. So anyway, that's all I got for you. Remember, use gold shells when needed. If you've got good players on your team, support them. And don't get in their way at the same time. Anyway, I'll be back with another video for you tomorrow. As always, I hope you're enjoying the content. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't give it a thumbs down, that's okay. Give me an interesting comment if you've got something to say. If not, no problem, but give me a sub, guys. Tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell everyone, because I want as many subscribers as possible to this channel. I'll see you next time. Snugs on Blitz, out.